All right, Brooke, tell us about this event. What was the event about today?
Today was a gardener mentor event, and it was the first time that the mentors and gardeners were meeting each other. We spent some time talking to each other, getting to know each other, and also talking about what sort of ideal regional food system we would like to create, why we're involved in gardening and this work.
And tell us about the role of the mentor and mentee, and what will they be doing together?
So this is a pilot program. This is a program that we just created. We started it last month with a group of 13 mentors. And what we'll be doing is pairing people with vegetable gardening experience here in Tucson with folks that we've been working with in the Home Gardening Cooperative, people who are learning how to get the tools to grow their own food, to feed their families out of their yards. And we'll be asking that they check in on a monthly basis and that the mentors share any knowledge that they have about gardening, share access to resources, places where they always go when they have questions that they don't know the answers to. And our other hope for this is just creating a community of gardeners where we can start having and continuing conversations like the one that we had today.
To a sister, and then some trees, and then down here.
And in your groups, you're going to answer the question, you're going to brainstorm, what do we want our ideal Tucson to look like in 20 years in terms of our food system? Who's growing the food, where are we buying it, who's cooking it, how's it being prepared?
I want this to be multiple colors, okay? Not one color.
And now, you know, they want.
I used to have a backyard where I can compost. Now I don't anymore. So I have like a small container that I keep in my kitchen to like fill with compost, and I only have to take out the trash like once every 2 weeks because I'll just like keep that separate from the trash so the trash doesn't stink.
Yeah.
And then once that's full, I'll dump it in the trash. And I, if I could just have compost.
Finalize your pictures.
One brave soul from each of your group could volunteer to share with everyone kind of the highlights of what you talked about. And you don't need to like repeat the same things that other groups said. You can be like, we have that too. And that way we'll just get some of the new ideas and some of the highlights. Does that sound good? Who wants to start?
We'll start.
All right, what is your ideal Tucson?
Okay. Probably aren't going to see this real well, but this is a plan view of an area, a house and a yard. And the idea was basically to have as much, we had two of us here who were very fanatical about rainwater capture in one form or another, whether it's passive or active, in tanks or through swales and berms and that sort of thing. So the idea basically, to recap, is lots of water harvesting, native trees, food producing trees, and everybody being able to provide for their garden water-wise from their own property without having to tap into our disappearing groundwater supply or Colorado River for that matter. So that's kind of what we have. Is that pretty much something?
So you have somebody come in and shovel all that caliche? Park in a camp. Well, I'm in that area. I would.
Bueno, Xochitl, ¿qué tal del evento ahora?
Pues a mí me encantó porque aquí nosotros recibimos mucha información para cómo tener un jardín en nuestra casa, sembrar hortaliza y nosotros poder capturar el agua que viene de la lluvia, cómo cuidarla, no desperdiciarla y aprovechar todo la manera en que nosotros podemos ayudar al planeta, sí. Es lo más importante.
Y con la información, ¿cómo te va a promover la salud de ustedes y tu familia?
Pues aprovechar todo lo que sembramos, lo que nos van a enseñar a sembrar, aprovecharlo para nuestra salud, para comer sano, para alimentar a nuestra familia y poder ahorrar también en todo lo que nosotros tengamos en nuestro jardín para poder alimentarnos sanamente.
Peter, tell me about your experience today with this program.
Well, it was interesting. We had a lot of people get together and a lot of gardeners who have a big variety of experience gardening in Tucson, which is great, and then people who want to learn how to do it better. And we didn't talk technical stuff about gardening specifically, but more about ideas about how sort of looking at the big picture, about how gardening sort of fits into the idea of food security and appropriateness for the desert, and how gardening, the program that we're doing, can kind of play what I think is, is a small role in just getting people to eat more healthfully and getting food they know where it's come from, and on a low technical level that I think is appropriate.
To me, it was an experience that was nice. So I think, I guess education was because I think, a lot of people, they'd rather just go and support it. Because to them, it's a lot of work.
And then some trees, and then down here is the garden.